longest commute, but it's pretty time consuming. So, and today at work, I was listening to, not watching, it's a YouTube video. At work, I am able to listen to something, just put something in my ear and do my work. So that's the type of work I do at a mail order pharmacy. So I was listening to this YouTube video, and it kind of made me think a lot about myself. It really resonated with me, and I kind of wanted to record something as well, primarily for my own reflection, because there's nobody really watching this videos in this channel, so it's just a way for me to reflect, internalize, and just think about life, things like that. So I watched this YouTube video, listened, and it's helpful in a sense. It makes me think about my own case, and I just realized something, and it's kind of shocking to me, and I know it is a fact, but I didn't know. I am still in that state. So I just realized that I don't really know how to love myself. Although, who doesn't love themselves, right? But for me, objectively look at it, I realize that's the case. I really don't know how to love myself. Despite my desire to do so, I feel like I actually don't love myself. And I think now I realize also it's primarily reflected by the fact that I really don't know how to love others. You might think this is a really sad situation. Like, as a person, if you don't know love, don't know how to love, and don't know how to be loved, it's kind of sad. I agree, it's not the best, for sure. But this is just who I am right now, and I really don't know how. I don't think I love myself because I feel like I don't really love others. And I do believe I am a Christian, and I want to be a Christian. And in the Bible, Jesus said, the first commandment, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and love your neighbor as yourself. So Jesus said these two things at the same time, so they must be related. And then love God with all your heart is the first. As much as I claim I love the Lord, I love God, I really wonder if I truly know what is loving God with all my heart. And this particular video made me realize that loving God with all my heart requires basically God in my heart. And then that comes back to the first thing you do when you decide to become a Christian. You invite Jesus to come to your heart. And I did that. In fact, many times. And then now looking back, not looking fact, just looking at my current situation, that I don't really love myself, because I often do things that are harmful to myself. Like I really don't know how to love myself, how to take care of myself. And that explains that I really don't have love to my neighbors, humans. And perhaps I do love animals, but I just hard to open my heart and love everybody. So, and then I realized, oh, how come I don't love others? Oh, it's because you don't love yourself, because Jesus says, love your neighbor as yourself. If I don't love myself, then automatically I don't have love for others, because I just don't know how to love others, because I don't have love for myself. And even worst case, like if I hate myself, I hope not, but I don't know, sometimes I feel like I hate myself, and at that time I for sure don't have love for others, and I might even have hate for others, because those two things are connected. So, and then I realized I really don't love myself. Then how can that be? Does that mean Jesus is not in my heart? I thought I invited him. I invited him to come into my heart, so that now I don't love myself. It must be because I don't have Jesus in my heart. And if he is in my heart, I will love myself, because he is love. And then that's kind of shocking to me, and it also provides some clarity, like all this whole time I have been struggling with this matter of love. Like and then today, thinking about it, actually before watching and listening to this video, I kind of already started thinking about this, and on the way to work today, I asked Jesus to come into my heart, and I sort of just stopped there, because if that didn't happen, nothing else will. And I'm wondering, what's stopping Jesus from entering into my heart? Because I asked him to come into my heart. And the way I am, the way that I don't know how to love myself, and the lack of love to others, kind of make me wonder if Jesus is still not in my heart. And despite all that, I feel like perhaps I can make a choice. I can choose to love myself, and I do choose to love myself. And I now also do choose to love others. That's my mind is telling me, and that's what I want. But how those choices are gonna manifest in life, I still feel like there is a barrier. And growing up, for the longest time, I thought, I don't know how to love. It's because I was abandoned by my mother when I was 2 years old. So I had no memory of her, and growing up, the feeling of loneliness and helplessness, it just nothing to do with love. So I just never know love. And for the longest time I thought, that's the cause of it. That's the cause of my situation. person who is sharing in this video, to me, he had a perfect childhood and a perfect family, perfect parents, loving home, growing up, everything I ever dreamed as I was growing up. And he was sharing, struggling with similar things about loving self. Although I feel like he does know, he does love himself and love others. That's not the real struggle
Continue
for
on
him.
I-376
It's
East.
like a conceptual kind of, he was struggling about, also talking about Christianity. And yeah, I felt like, I don't know how to explain. It's like we are experiencing the same issues, it's just in slightly different ways because of the difference in our life experiences. So that kind of motivated me to think about my own life, and I struggle with this matter of love, the lack of love, and this invisible something that's holding me back. Being an introvert, I don't think it's a problem, but I feel like in my case, I feel like I don't trust anyone. I'm perfectly fine with just some superficial interactions, relationships, with working, with school, no problem, but I refuse to let people come too close, and I don't trust anyone other than my husband. That is a different story. I feel like it's just him. Other than him, I don't feel like there's anyone else I'd like to spend any time with. There are particular people in my life, within my family, that I absolutely don't want to spend any time with. It puzzles me, I feel like almost they hurt me. I feel that way, but certainly in reality, I don't think that's the case. But for me, it's just the fact that I don't trust anybody. I don't want to spend any time with anyone. I prefer to be alone, and I want to spend all my time with my husband and my 2 cats. So this matter of love and trust, and I'm not sure I will ever be able to figure out this life. So then, I saw just my childhood lack of love and sense of security led me to become like this. But then this person, he had a perfect childhood and protective, loving family, and he was still wondering about similar things. So it made me feel like it might not be totally due to what I experienced as a child. But I would never be able to say, open my heart to So every time I'm around her, I'm like in this super hyperactive mode, and I couldn't rest. I really don't understand why though. Because it's strange because I didn't even have any memory of her growing up. But every time I'm around, the idea of they come visit or things like that, it just makes me so anxious. Is it possible that my body kept all the marks? All the marks. Even my mind is not aware of. I don't know. And for me, for the longest time, I tried to do the right thing, as a normal person. But it just got me nowhere, and all I got is hurt. All I got is hurt and pain, anxiety, and then when I decided I don't want to do anything with it, and I have this sense of guilt,
19 miles ahead on the route. Slow traffic. Continue on I-376 East.
Yeah, it's kind of not really clear about what I'm trying to share, I guess. It's just, it's not clear. It's never clear to me. I'm really confused about my life. And so, I guess there's still time to figure it out. So that's why I'm still here. But anyway, so the videos today I listened to, it made me realize I need to first take care of myself first. So trying to do the right things by hurting myself is never right. So I actually felt I actually felt good about this decision. I'm just going to protect myself for now and learn how to love myself, and so I can love others. Yes, it's really tiring. I'm so exhausted just trying to figure this out. And I think I'm just gonna leave it here and not going to try to figure it out. I'm just going to try to follow my heart, listen to my heart, and I don't want to hurt myself anymore. Anything that brings me anxiety, if I can avoid it, I definitely will avoid it. So not everything that makes me anxious I can absolutely avoid it, but at least for those that I have the power to control, to choose. For example, certain people that I prefer not to meet, prefer not to spend time with. From now I feel like I'm not going to force myself to do it. Excuse me. Force myself to do it just because for normal people, other people, this is the right thing to do. So at least for now, I need to protect myself, to not hurting myself.
Continue on I-376 East.
Naturally spending time with family and friends, people like to do it because it makes them feel good, makes them feel cherished and loved, and the human interactions are nourishing to them. But for me, it's quite the opposite. That the reason I life because I try to push myself out, but it never brought me any benefits. That's why now I'm going to decide to not force myself to do anything that I don't want, because I really don't have to do them, because why would I do something that I don't enjoy or even makes me feel like I'm being hurt, you know? So I'm not sure where I am with this video sharing.
Stopped traffic.
So we finally decided to move to where I work, so to save hours every day from commute. My husband, he works remotely for the most part, so his office is like not too far away, probably like within an hour, within 1 hour from our new home. So he will go to the office once a quarter. So we both believe that's a better option for us to move closer to my work. So anyway, I'm still going to try to upload videos about life and journeys and stuff. Probably won't be in a format of me driving home or driving to work. But anyway, I don't know if anyone out there is experiencing similar things. Like, I struggle with this my whole life. Like, I feel obligated to go out socializing. I mean, even with families, you know, so those family gatherings are most stressful. And I even go to a church meeting. I feel obligated to do those kind of social activities. But for me, I just don't feel they really benefit me at all. In the past, I have been doing them because that's the so-called right thing to do. I feel like from now I'm gonna be not forcing myself to do any of that, because since these are choices I can make. So I need to take care of myself. Whatever wound I have accumulated in me, I need them to heal. I need to allow them to heal. And I need to stay truthful to myself. And not pretending to be anyone else or anything else other than the way I truly am.
In 2 miles, I-376 East is on the right.